Your drive-in online combinations will include theme weeks for South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, China, and Hong Kong. What unique voices of the countries and territories did you find based on the worldwide festival research that you do?
Every season, I try to bring in the new films recently released in Asia. I'm consciously, as in the past, I'm consciously looking at films with stories that are relevant to our audience in America, but giving them an Asian perspective. First ever season with the largest selections of documentaries. We got one in South Korea, very important one, and then 5 from Taiwan. Documentaries, in my mind, they are made based on true stories, usually super inspirational to start with, and somehow resonate with me at this time when I was putting the program together. I feel that the audience needs stronger dose of humanity, compassion, and the beauty of the world to keep their hopes up. I just feel like, you know, it's very important this season that we have this extra responsibility of bringing some positive karma to your homes.
Okay, you also have a special charity event for Filipino American History Month. How was that formulated, and how is the film that you picked appropriate for this gathering?
Well, sometimes it's calling about timing. You know, sometimes you wanted to do something, you don't have the right film. You have the right film, you don't have the right timing.
Exactly.
And the right occasion. But the Filipino film I picked, Edward, it's just a perfect film, okay? It's about a coming of age story of a young boy stuck in a public hospital in Manila, looking after his sick father. So he was just hanging out in the hospital, helping out the nurses, doing things, people, because he's a charming, you know, of course, a very handsome boy. And he was roaming around. He's almost like his playground in this public hospital. But the director is using a very realistic approach to the showing the hospital as if any public hospital in Manila. And it's packed with beds and things on the hallway, all the chaos, all the real, it's all happening right there, and it shows so real. And it's almost like you are in the hospital yourself. And the actor, Manuel, he's so natural. He's just this little boy, innocently roaming around with his buddy that he found in the hospital. End of the day, it's a very positive, fun movie. Very entertaining, very hopeful. So it's a perfect Filipino film. I got the Filipino film, and I staged it in October because it's our Filipino, American Filipino Heritage Month. So it's a great timing. I make it available for this group. I asked them to do something special to invite the frontline healthcare workers to come to participate in this film.
That was very nice.
I think it's very nice, and they totally got on board with me. And of course, there will be more details coming up. We still have a home, but
yeah, got it.
But we said it. We said it on October 3rd. We do this one.
All right. Finally, based on what you went through in 2020, what has been the most positive change for the festival, your personal life, and your observation on the life and culture of the world?
This is a very deep question. So let's start with a very deep response. The Chinese word for crisis in Western popular culture frequently, but incorrectly said, is to be composed of 2 Chinese characters, signifying danger and opportunity.
Right.
So actually, the first character, Wei, you know, is Wei Ji. Wei does mean dangerous or precarious. But the second word actually has multiple meanings, Ji, okay? The word Ji does not mean opportunity in isolation, but something more like changing point. Change point. So for our festival, year 2020 is our 5th anniversary. It's a milestone. It is a changing point. So I just feel like we just get to the same changing point. Mm-hmm. So the crisis does provide a changing point platform for us to do something different. We have become from a Chicago-based film festival to a national film festival because of the online opportunity.
Right.
And so I do think it's a changing point. Much will still be developed and evolve in the rest of the year, in the next 6 months for sure, because the uncertainty of this pandemic is going to affect us, or even beyond that, okay? So for the festival, we have at least this season and the spring season still under this new situation that we have to live with and deal with and handle it in a responsible way, both for the public as well for the film. Because everybody don't know that how concerned our rights holders are worried about their film being put online.
Yeah.
You know, they are giving me world premiere, international premiere, and if we do not safeguard their film, as the same way we safeguard the public safety coming to a physical screening, we are not doing our job. So it's very important that I still have to meet these 2 criteria going forward for the festival. And you do ask me personal life, what is it affecting me? Well, I'm 1 year older and I hope I'm wiser. That's all I can say. Well,
on, sister.
What is going to happen to the rest of the world on life and culture, I think, would vary in which country and continent you are in.
Right.
I think here in America, we already see that we are going through a completely different journey than the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And so I don't have to say anything more about it. I just hope everybody learn to adapt and think and act responsibly, not just about protecting yourself, but also protecting people around you, what you need to do, how you do it correctly, and just a little bit beyond your home and see what is going to happen. If we all do a little bit of thought like that, I think we will be a much better situation than we are right now. The Chinese always say every family has its own book of Bible on top. So how you read your Bible, how you do your Bible, how you carry on your rules and regulations or whatever. You set your own rule, but set it with the world on top.
This is Patrick McDonald for HollywoodChicago.com. Copyright 2020.